It's another Game of Thrones video, everyone, here on Silvousplaits hairstyling. This video will show you the Lady of Winterfell style my girl Sansa wore in the second half of Season 7, so keep watching to learn it on yourself. Like most Game of Thrones styles, we're going to start out with the center part here. Then also like many styles from this show, the first element to do is a couple braids coming from your temples. Pick up a small amount of hair from one corner of your forehead and split into 3 parts. Start lace braiding this hair backwards, meaning you do a normal 3-strand braid where the outside strands weave over the middle one in an alternating pattern, but you add in more hair to the top strand each time. If that sounds confusing, check out the tutorial I have on the basics of lace braiding on yourself, linked above. Keep making this lace braid until you reach the back of your head. This braid should also angle downwards ever so slightly, so that the start of the braid is closer to the top of your head than the end of the braid is. Don't go overboard with this though, you still want the braid to end in the middle of the back of your head or slightly above that point. Once there, stop adding in new hair and finish the braid to the ends. Make a second lace braid on the other side of your head, just like the first one. A tip for when you're lace braiding, try to pick up hair from just next to your part, even if the braid is an inch or 2 below the part. You don't get quite as much hair that way, which my fellow thin-haired people might be concerned with, but if you pick up bigger chunks that include hair at the level at or below the braid, you get these little bald spots underneath the braid. My friend Torrin Page on YouTube calls this scalp cleavage, which I find hilarious, but it doesn't look that great, so to keep any scalp from showing, pick up hair only from above the braid. When you're finished with both your lace braids, cross them at the middle to upper middle back of your head and pin in place with bobby pins. Then start wrapping them into an oblong bun shape above this crossing point. Bobby pin the braid lengths to your head at regular intervals, taking care to push the bobby pins completely through the braid or hooking hair from underneath the braid in order to hide the pins. When you get to the ends of the braids, tuck these into the center of the bun and pin in place so that the elastics on the ends of the braids are hidden as well. For the first half of Season 7, Sansa's style finishes there. But for the second half, there's a second tier of braids added in. These ones are rope braids. So on one side of your head, pick up the remaining hair in front of your ear and split in half. Rope braid this hair, directing the braid backwards and braiding the strands together such that the wrapping direction goes up on the outside of the braid and down right next to your head. Do this on both sides of your head, rope braiding the hair all the way to the ends and securing with a small hair elastic. Now drape each rope braid over the top of the bun and pin in place. Wrap the remaining tails of the rope braid around the outside of the bun and pin in place. Tuck the braid ends underneath the bun to hide them, and you have finished Sansa's Season 7 look in Game of Thrones. Interestingly, this style got a lot of media attention at the beginning of the season for being a Cersei style. You know, it's awesome seeing more people appreciate the beauty of the styles on the show and how they communicate character development, especially with Sansa. But I'd say this look is actually more of a typical powerful Westerosi woman in general, rather than just Cersei, and it has a northern approach to the braids by featuring lace braids on top rather than all rope. The more you know. If anyone is interested in this sort of hairstyling character analysis, just ask. I'd love to geek out about it. Thanks for watching this Game of Thrones hair tutorial. If you like this video, be sure to do the thing that literally every YouTube video asks for and go check out all the other videos on my YouTube channel, Silvousplaits. And please consider supporting my Patreon page so I can continue to make content like this. I really appreciate it. See you next time.